Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We're still working on Henry VI Part 2. Today we get to hear from Queen Margaret. Yay for another female character. And we are in Act 1, Scene 3. So what has happened is all of the men in the play want to undermine each other. And yesterday in Act 1, Scene 2, we found out that Eleanor, who is Gloucester's wife, wants to call forth some witches and some spirits to see if she can get her husband to become king, because technically he's next in line for the throne. And then the priest that she's working with in order to make that happen, John Hume, is actually taking money both from her to make it happen and also from Suffolk to try to undermine her from that happening, because if they undermine her, then they can undermine Humphrey and knock him down a few pegs. So anyway, Act 1, Scene 3 starts out, we're in London, and people are going to court, because apparently what would happen is people who had issues to present or qualms to speak of, things that they needed resolved, would write them in a petition. They would be known as a petitioner, and they would go and they would present these things to the king, who would then rule on them. So Queen Margaret and Suffolk, the Duke of Suffolk, are walking through the streets, and they see a bunch of petitioners also going to court. But as it turns out, all of these petitions were written to Gloucester, not to King Henry. They're all addressed like "Dear Protector," stuff like that. And this kind of pisses her off, and she's like, all of you, she takes one and she rips it up. She's like, if you really want to say something to the king, say it to the king, don't say it to Gloucester. And once you've got this written properly, then you can come back and try to present your suit. And all the petitioners kind of run away in fear of her. And there's a hair. The petitioners run away in fear, and once it's just she and Suffolk left on the stage, she turns to him and she says, "My Lord of Suffolk, say, is this the guise? Is this the fashions in the court of England? Is this the government of Britain's Isle? And is this the royalty of Albion's king? What, shall Henry be a pupil still under the surly Gloucester's governance? Am I a queen in title and in style, and must be made subject to a duke? I tell thee, Poole, when in the city tours thou ranst a tilt in honor of my love, and stolest away the ladies' hearts of France, I thought King Henry had resembled thee in courtship, courage, and proportion. But all his mind is bent to holiness, to number Ave Marias on his beads. His champions are the prophets and apostles. His weapons, holy saws of sacred writ. His study is his tilt yard, and his loves are brazen images of canonized saints. I would the College of the Cardinals would choose him pope, and carry him to Rome, and set the triple crown upon his head. That were a state fit for his holiness." So yeah, she's not really happy in the marriage thus far. The king is being very holy. He's not fulfilling his husbandly duties, could be one conclusion drawn from this. And she doesn't like that very much. She thought that she was going to get courted the way that Suffolk courted her, where he was very flirtatious and very kind and all those sorts of things, and made her feel like a woman. But the king is not doing that, and she's really frustrated. And tomorrow we will get to find out more about how Suffolk tries to diffuse this and how she reacts to him trying to diffuse this. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for that. Mwah.